quick, very short, straight to the point. So here's me. A lot of you know Johnson. Johnson wants two things: story, characters. That's it. I don't want no political bullshit. I don't want no PC bullshit. I don't want no pandering. It's not for me. Okay, it's just not for me. I'm going to talk about She-Ra because I haven't really talked about it. I'm going to talk about this video. I didn't hate She-Ra as much as everybody else. I got what they were going for. It wasn't for me. Especially towards the end, it was losing what it was. Like when they first started, I said, okay, cool, I understand that. But then they start pushing that political agenda, like, okay, she's a lesbian, and this guy might be gay, and he's a pirate, gay pirate, and she likes both, but we're not gonna put her with She-Ra because she was gay. We'll put him with the other princess because she's obese, and we want to make sure all girls can get any guy they want. And I'm like, okay, I don't care for that. I just want to. Where's the story going? Why this? Okay, why is Hodak a pussy? That's what I'm looking for. And the story just went everywhere. And again, I mean, some people like it. More power to them. But it just wasn't for me. This is another one. So, moving on. When they announced Masters of the Universe, I was happy. Then they announced Kevin Smith, which I was kind of weird. Well, why is he here? Like, he's a DC fan. No man don't know nothing about He-Man. He's never talked about He-Man. He never talked about it. I mean, the only people I've heard talk about He-Man are John Cena and other celebrities. Hell, John Cena is probably a bigger fan of this motherfucker. But I've never heard anyone Kevin Smith talk about He-Man. He's talking about the superhero, the Question, and DC's properties. Looking at this shit he's doing here, I'm glad he ain't touching the Question. My thing here is this comment. This is what Kevin Smith said. Kevin Smith wants Netflix Master of the Universe to be the MCU for He-Man fans. Nobody asked for that. I'm a He-Man fan for 2002 version. I ain't want no fucking He-Man Tila show, Skeletor origin. I don't want all that. I just want a good He-Man series that's not canceled when we get into the meat and potatoes of the series. Like that Hovac cliffhanger they've done since 2000. It still is the most worst thing in animated history, how they in the cliffhanger. Even more so than Thundercats. Because the Hovac we were going to get in 2002, that motherfucker wasn't playing. That Hovac was serious. And She-Ra was going to debut, from what I was told. That's what I wanted. That She-Ra version, I get that Hovac I wanted. It is what it is. I knew I wasn't going to get that Hovac. That Hovac is too badass anyway for them to even handle. That writer didn't even know how to handle a Hovac like that. So I already knew that. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Nobody asks for this. Like, you're giving fans what they don't want. Ask what they want. They just want a good He-Man show that's not forced down with a political agenda. What makes it matter worse, he's attacking people like Clownfish TV that called him out on his bullshit, and they were right. Instead of him being like, well, for him to just say nothing, but he reacted because he already knew. I understand you got daughters. If you have a daughter and you want to make a show for your daughter, that's fine and dandy. Go make your own fucking He-Man. If you want to make a show for your daughter like She-Ra, fine. Go to fucking people who make He-Man. Make your own character similar to that. Spin that off, and there you go. Do not fuck with a property that's already been. Do not fuck with that property. Hell, you should have worked on She-Ra. Do not fuck with this property. People wanted a He-Man show because the 2002 version was abruptly canceled and left fans at probably the worst cliffhanger I've seen it in animated history. With a big bad villain to the point where even Skeletor might have needed help from He-Man. Even the Snake Man needed help from He-Man. Because that's how bad Hovac was. Hovac wasn't playing. But see, that's the thing, though. It was all built up to that point. And the origin of how Skeletor got his power was from Hovac. That's why I love the 2002 version. It kept fleshing out the world and story and origins of these characters. One origin led to another origin that led to another. I mean, we were getting what we wanted. I'm not sitting here saying that the toys were all magnificent and the show it was all gravy. They had some ups and they had some downs. But it was a true He-Man show for fans. This is not. This is a fan fiction garbage that Kevin Smith corrupted, just put together because he has a daughter and he wants to make a strong female character for his daughter, which is perfectly fine. But if you want a strong female character for your daughter, you better hit fucking DC and get Renee Montoya for fucking Question. which I think that's what he wanted to do anyway. Not the fucking Question. The original Big Savage, or Big Sage, he wanted to rename Matora. Rename Matoya. If you're DC fans, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, don't worry about it. But this here is bullshit. Nobody asked for this. I'm not even going to read the bullshit. It's just, this is what I'm talking about. And this is what fans have a problem with currently right now. And myself included. Like, I don't want to see Tila. This is not what I asked for. She looks great. The animation looks perfect. But that's not what I came for. I came for my He-Man. You give me He-Man, we ain't got no problems. But making He-Man the Master of the Universe the next MCU is bullshit. It's garbage. It's trash. You don't understand the character if you don't find somebody who does. Because two things are going to happen with the show. If it goes up, cool. If it goes down, Kevin Smith better find a new job. That Fat Man podcast, it might need to find some more advertisers because ain't nobody. I mean, nobody going to hire your ass. Point blank in the story. I'm done. But as always, guys, like and subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. I'm fucking done. This pissed me off. Nobody asked for an MCU He-Man. Who asked for that? Fuck.